Happy holidays, everybody, and welcome to a winter wonderland. A time of celebration, of Christmas trees and presents. Oh, and snow pigs, ghost chickens, ice spiders, snowmen that want to kill you, a blizzard, horrors beyond your imagination, and Santa Claus who thinks you're on his naughty list. Welcome to 12 Days of Minecraft Christmas. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 12 Days of Christmas. Now I know what you're saying. Dead meat, 12 days? People are out here doing 100 days videos. Well, I already thought about this. Hear me out. I went and found a mod called Time Control. This mod allows me to change the length of time for the day and night cycle. Now I can change it to 1 minute, and as you can see, things go by very quickly. Goodbye, son. So instead of the usual 20 minutes for a day cycle, I have set the timer for 1 hour. That's 1 hour per day, 1 hour per night for 12 days. And with each day passing, a new mod is added, making it more and more dangerous. So I hope you enjoy the 12 days of Christmas. Well, we can't really go this way, can we? Because it's just the ocean. We need tools. Let's get the usual bits and pieces. Now, I suppose the first thing I'm going to do is build some tools. And then we're going to do some exploring. Because the mods that have been added to this map, I don't know all of them. Some of them were added by a friend of mine. So it'll be kind of interesting to explore and see what we discover. Alright, let's get exploring. And it turns out it wasn't long before I discovered the first mod that had been added. Chickens and cows, that's... Look at them, they're in their little sweaters. Oh, they're adorable. Hello. You got a sweater on like me. Alright, will you guys hang out for a little while? We're going to do a little bit of exploring first, and then we're going to find a base. Place to build a base. Oh, hang on, what's that? That looks like... a Christmas tree. Bit of a floating Christmas tree, but it's a Christmas tree. What's in this? Please don't explode. Oh my god. This has got good stuff in it. Presents. Okay, what did we end up with? Redstone, cow spawning eggs, luck of the sea 2, pig spawning eggs, diamond shovel, 2 diamond shovels, one with efficiency 2. Oh my god. Well, thank you, Christmas tree. Oh, there's another Christmas tree. They're everywhere. And there's one up there too. And so I began collecting all the items from the Christmas tree and discovering the wonderful presents. I got a sword. Yes, please. And then I ran into my first problem. When the snowstorms start to appear, it turns the day to night. Hang on, is it night? It can't be night already. I didn't think much of it at the time, but later I would discover this meant danger. I spent the beginning of the day collecting the usual items. Wood, stone, making a bed, and a few chests for some items. Also went back to my original location to start planting some wheat, because I'm going to need it for the plan I have. While wandering around, I also managed to find a ruined portal. Cool, a portal. And some nice items in it. What's in here? Flint, useful. Armor. I was going to start working on my new house. I wasn't going to live in just a normal house. I wanted to build a themed house. Something that suited the area. But in order to do that, I'm going to need a few things. Firstly, I'm going to need some flowers. That way I can make some dye. I'm also going to need to build some pens where I can put some sheep in, because I'm going to need a lot of wool. While I waited for the sheep to multiply, I started to put down the base for my house. With the floor done, I went for a swim. I'm going to need to find some clay, because I'm making terracotta. I know, this sounds really confusing. Terracotta and wool? What kind of house am I building? Trust me, it'll all make sense in the end. I promise. Since I found some diamonds amongst the Christmas presents, I decided it was probably best to make some tools. That way I could begin work on my mine shaft as well. As I went deeper into the earth, I collected some materials that I would need. Of course, iron, coal, and That's not good. I decided it was probably a good idea to leave my mine and head back to the surface for now. Now the sheep had multiplied, it was time to get myself plenty of wool. And with the flowers that I had already collected, I could now start dyeing the wool yellow. I also used the dye on the terracotta as well. So now I had yellow terracotta and yellow wool. Alternating between terracotta and wool, I was starting to build a pattern. This would be the basis of my house. Unfortunately, by now it had turned nighttime, and it was getting difficult to build my house as I was constantly attacked by zombies. I could have slept, but I wanted to make sure I got my house finished on day one. Wait, listen here. Go away. Would you stop it? Wait. You're ruining my construction. Yeah, my sword's better than yours. Hang on, I'm gonna need some more wool. And so I frantically worked backwards and forwards, collecting more wool, more terracotta, collecting more wool again, dyeing it yellow, and building the walls of my house. And I placed the roof blocks as the snow began to fall. With one final touch added to the roof, I had finally created my house. A themed house that suited the Christmas cheer. I had built myself a giant present. You know what? I'm kind of happy with that. Now that I'd finished the exterior, it was time to work on the interior. I think what I'll do is I'll put a series of steps on one side, and I'll build a platform up here. This will probably be where I'll put my bed, I think. Okay, the bed can go here. Underneath, I'll put the furnace, the crafting table, and I'll also put some rails at the top. Against this wall, this will be my storage area. We need a few chests to go here. Now all I need to do is collect some leaves here, and I'm going to build myself a Christmas tree in the corner of the house. And of course, we're going to need some Christmas lights as well. Give the whole place a nice festive feel. As I finally moved all of my things into my new house, I once again heard the voice.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
What was that? Dad, I think I'm going to bed. I decided it was probably best to end the first day safely in the comfort of my house. Who knows what day 2 will bring? Welcome to day 2. Bright and sunny morning. We got work to do. Let's go. To my surprise, in the morning of day 2, I discovered that Santa Claus had been. And he had left some presents for me. That was, a bit of iron nuggets. Turns out I'm on the nice list. Since I managed to get my hands on a whole bunch of food from that present, I figured the best thing to do was to make some fields. And so I began planning out where my fields would go. But first, I gotta clear off all this snow. Alright, let's hoe this. And since we've got plenty of wheat, let's plant all of that here. While we're at it, I'm gonna make some paths here so it's easy to move around. But while I'm at it, I'm gonna start making extra fields as well. Since I also have my hands on some carrots and potatoes, we might as well plant those as well. Of course, I'm also going to need some festive decorations, just to keep with the Christmassy theme. There we go. Now we got all of our little crops growing. Oh, hang on. I've got to grow some potatoes as well. There we go. Perfect. We now have our crops growing. With the crops planted, I figured it was a good time to go and do some exploring. There was still another Christmas tree I hadn't investigated. It was sitting up on top of the hill, so I decided to go and investigate. While checking the presents, to my surprise, I discovered a village. You see what I see? I see a town. But first, I've got to open the rest of these presents. What was the last block? Block of netherite. Are you serious? I went to investigate the village. Greetings, people. I spent some time visiting with the villagers. Oh, Sharon. Sharon's got a name. Leather pants. Oh, you know what? I could do with some nice leather pants. Hey, Bert, what's going on, buddy? Oh, they've all got names. Brittany, Doyle, and of course, spent a little bit of time checking the houses. Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Your village isn't very Christmassy. Where are all the decorations? Hang on. I was busy robbing you. Shh, don't tell anyone. In this house. Okay. I figured I would keep with the festive feel and do some trading with some of the locals. I now had green pants to match my green jumper. I will take that, thank you. What a deal. What a pair of pants. Look at my pants. Wait, can't really see. Look at my pants. After a successful trade with the villagers, I decided to head back home. There was still plenty of work to do. You see, one of the items I managed to get from the Christmas present was a village spawner egg. And so I figured I would spawn myself a farmer. But first, I needed to build them a house. What if we build a little house here? Something nice that they could live in, because there really wasn't a lot of room left in my house. So I went about constructing a simple little house for my new farmer friend. All right, let's put some wooden sides on it. We need a window here. They need a bed. There we go. Some glass for the windows. And finally, we have a nice little hut for our farmer friend. And thus was born Wilma. Wilma, how are you? Welcome. Look, turned you into a farmer. Little did I know that Wilma would become an integral part of my life and would also give me many, many heart attacks. Of course, there was still one thing left to do. Wilma's house needed a sign. Wilma's house. There we go. As the sun set on our second day, I was happy with what we had achieved. We now had crops, we had sheep, we had Wilma, and we had a nice house to live in. What more could one ask for? Oh, of course, Wilma's house needs some Christmas decorations. Much better. Good night, Wilma. As the sun set, I headed to bed, but not before I managed to put a star on top of my Christmas tree. Oh, present. Day 3, I once again went to see if Santa Claus had left us any gifts. Also spent some time chatting with Wilma. But I had important things to do. We needed to start exploring the area. So I decided to head to the top of the mountain. Hopefully I would see some interesting things to explore. Well, at least I found myself another Christmas tree. Nice. Since everything was covered in snow and looked the same, I decided to just pick a random direction and began exploring. And that's when I found something strange. What is that? A weird and ominous building was sticking out of the side of a mountain. I had to investigate, and yet I wish I'd never had. Upon entering the building, I discovered a horrendous sight. The dead remains of villagers were hanging on the wall, and at the far end, a decapitated villager was being worshipped. Something horrible was going on here. I quickly investigated the rest of the room, taking anything that might be useful, but decided not to spend too much time here, for whatever lived here might return. As I made my way back to the house, I got a little lost, and in the process, I found myself a grave. A lone grave sitting in the middle of nowhere. There didn't seem to be anybody around, and eventually, curiosity got the best of me, and I decided to open it. I wonder who's buried here. No one's around. No one will know. Probably not a good idea. Whoa, look at all the redstone. Now that my inventory was full of items, I headed back home to deposit everything that I had collected and decided since there was still plenty of daylight, I was going to head out once again. But this time, I'm going to go in the opposite direction. While exploring the area, I came across another creepy structure. Should I investigate? Well, if I'm going to, I'm first going to have to deal with this creeper in a sweater. There we go. Let's investigate. Some sort of sick and twisted maze. I cautiously made my way through the area, keeping an eye out for traps. I did not want to end up like one of the people here. Until finally, I came across a chest. What the? Okay, that was creepy. What was that? Okay, that was terrifying. I gathered the items as quickly as I could and fled from the area. And it wasn't long until I found the home of whatever creature was living in the area. What is that? As I cautiously approached this evil-looking building perched on the edge of the water, I slowly entered the building to find more horrific scenes of villagers massacred. Whatever creature is in the area clearly takes pleasure in torturing the locals. And since I was a local, I was concerned. Thankfully, the chests were filled with lots of interesting things, so I gathered them quickly and made my escape. My journey home was uneventful until I discovered the greatest thing ever, an ice pig. Oh. Hello? I have to have this pig. He has to come home with me. And I named him Mr. Squiggles. I was determined to do whatever it takes to get him back home safely. We're going home. And so we begun the journey back home. Turns out that the ice pig moves a lot slower than a normal pig. This is going to take a while. As I got close to home, I discovered one last problem. How was I going to get Mr. Squiggles across the river? I think I'm going to need to build a bridge. Bit by bit, I slowly managed to get Mr. Squiggles home. Keep coming. Beautiful. All right, Mr. Squiggles. You stay there for a little bit, and then I will build you a nice enclosure here. All right, let's get some blocks, and we'll start building ourselves a nice little shelter for Mr. Squiggles. Put a block here. All right, we've got some walls. Let's decorate it a little bit. While we're at it, we're going to need a roof. Nothing fancy, just something simple. We need some lanterns as well. There we go. Let's get rid of the snow. I got some bricks lying around that I stupidly made while trying to make terracotta, so I might as well use them, and I'm going to make a nice fence around his pen. There we go. Almost done. Looking real good. All right, Mr. Squiggles. It's time to go into your new home. Come on, this way. In you come. Come on. Oh my god, you're so slow. See, look. Nice little house for you. There you go. Now we'll just fence that in. And of course, you're going to need a sign. Let's give you some hay. There we go. And of course, one last touch. Christmas lights. With Mr. Squiggles safe in his bed, it was time for me to retire as well. Day 4 was immediately interrupted by a new arrival. Gingerbread Man. I have no idea where he came from. Hello? He doesn't seem to be dangerous. He can stay here for a while. That's when I discovered he had a mate. I hope I don't get infested with gingerbread men. I have no idea how they got in here. First things first, of course, I gotta go and check on Mr. Squiggly and go and say hi to Wilma. Oh, look, a present. Oh, just some wheat. Good morning, Wilma. How are you? With everything working at home, I decided to go and do some more exploring. This time, I'm going to take a boat and go for a long row. See what wonders I can discover. As I rode through the icy waters, I soon came across a familiar sight. Christmas trees. Of course, I've got to stop and collect those. I also found myself another portal. Oh, what's in here? Oh, nice. After a while, I decided to ditch the boat and make my way down the icy river, where I discovered more ice pigs and something else. An igloo. Oh, I found a house. Hello? Anybody home? Upon investigation, though, nobody was home, but their pet was. I'd found myself a reindeer. Hello? I was almost tempted to try and figure out how to get the reindeer back home as well. Oh, that's cool. But then I realized I was a long way away from home. This might take a while. I investigated the igloo, but nobody was home, and decided better against taking the reindeer, and just continued my journey. Sadly, I said goodbye to the reindeer. Goodbye, Mr. Reindeer. I'm leaving. I'm going. I think it's time to head home before it gets dark. I don't want to be stuck out here when it's dark. I began my journey back home, and managed to time it so that I was arriving at home as the sun was slowly dipping. My adventures had been fun, but I hadn't really found anything really that interesting. Before I managed to make it back to the house, I was attacked by the locals. I'm not sure I can take zombies seriously when they're wearing ugly Christmas sweaters. On my journey back home, I experienced a new enemy. These were ice spiders. What the? Fast moving and terrifying. They just kept coming at me. And that's when I discovered these abominable snowmen. Thankfully, they were easy to defeat. There were just a lot of them. Oh my god. I'm being attacked. Oh my god. Get away from me. Oh my, get off. What is that? Like out of some nightmare, a dark, evil creature roamed the land. Horrifying sounds from the creature. I decided to test my luck against the creature. I made a terrible mistake. Oh my god, what's going on? Thankfully, I was able to defeat the creature fairly easily. But that thing creeped me out. I wondered if there were more of them in the area. Oh my god. What was that? Oh, no, 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 no. That is terrifying. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new day. It's a brand new morning. What day is it? It is day 5. And you know what? After yesterday's problems and dealing with whatever terrifying things that were out there, like that. Oh my god. Give me my sword back. Yeah. Oh my god, they're still around. We gotta do something about these things. And I can think of only one way to do that, and that is to build a wall around all of my house. Let's get to work. Wilma, what are you doing out here? What are you, crazy? There's a creeper right here. Yo, Wilma! Get back inside. There are dangerous things everywhere. And so I set about collecting materials that I would need to build the giant wall around my house. I'm going to need a lot of wood. Thankfully, there was plenty around. Ooh, wood cutting montage. Okay, we're going to start building a wall. I think we'll start about here. Build up a few blocks. This can be the doorway. Like that. There we go. Then we'll just start placing blocks around. I can come back and fix the wall a little bit later, but I just want to build a perimeter. Oh, hang on, we should probably dig this out. Ow! Spider! Get away! Oh my god, more spiders. They're everywhere. And so I tirelessly worked through the day, building defenses around my property, making sure that Wilma, Mr. Squiggles, and myself were all safe. Of course, once the wall was made, it needs a little bit of decoration. We need to put some doors in. Nice. And I think what I'll do is I'll build a platform here at the front door. That way I have a viewing platform to see the enemies coming for us. Let's just build this out a little. We also need to put some stairs in here. And of course we need some safety rails. Should probably put some torches around everywhere as well. To light up the area. We don't want anything spawning within the safety of our walls. And then just some final decorations on top, just to make the wall look a little more menacing. Now that our wall's finished, let's build a few paths, just so it's easy to move around, and make everything look good. And as the night finally fell, my wall was complete. I stood triumphantly watching the enemy try to break in. Can't do anything about it, can you? Can't get in here. Nope, there's no way in. At least I don't think there is. We were finally safe. That was until I noticed... What is that? A terrifying new creature was trying to breach the walls. Oh my god. I did, however, find one issue with the walls. The normal spiders can still climb the walls. That could be an issue. But that's a problem. God, oh my god, oh my god. You see that thing? Still there? Yep. Oh, it's still there. Hello, buddy. How you going? Okay, day 6, and like many good mornings, of course I've got to go and check on Mr. Squiggles. Oh, there's a present. And we're going to go and look for some presents as well. Hello, Wilma. Why is the side door open? Alright, we'll check our perimeter, see what's going on. Also did a quick check of the perimeter just to make sure the wall is still intact. But thankfully, there's no enemies around this morning. But I may have spoken a little too soon. What does that mean? Cold Snap Horde. Some sort of raid has started. What was that? Peering over the wall to see what it was, I was surprised to find snowmen. Oh my god. And they were not friendly. Okay, some sort of snowmen have appeared. Yikes! Oh my god, he has a gun. Okay. So, we have a problem with evil snowmen. But I was still curious. So I did something really stupid. I opened the door. I'm not sure why I did this. Hello, snowmen. Oh god. I was soon being overrun by snowmen. And I was questioning my stupid mistakes. Why did I open the gate? I had perfectly good defenses. I guess curiosity just got the better of me. I was soon able to defeat the snowmen. But it made me wonder, should I improve the defenses along my wall? And this gave me an idea. I'm going to build myself a cannon. But in order to do that, I'm going to need some nether quartz, which means I need a nether portal. Thankfully, there is one close by. But I decided I would dismantle it. I would build the nether portal behind the safety of my walls. But first, I'm just going to mine this obsidian. Why does this always take so long? So, let's build our portal here. I'm going to use some gold blocks just because I've got plenty of them. There we go. It's at this point that I realized I was one block of obsidian short of a portal. But that's alright because I've got an idea to get obsidian. Close by, there is a lava pit. So, with a water bucket, I quickly made some obsidian and was able to finish the portal. However, my journey back home was not so easy, as I was constantly mobbed by ice spiders and abominable snowmen. Abominable? Abominable is a really hard word to say. Hey, listen, get away from me. I finally made it back to the house. Oh, but first I've got to deal with the snowmen. Oh, that was close. And I was finally able to finish my portal. There we go. Flint steel. Nice. I journeyed into the nether, expecting to find myself in the middle of nowhere surrounded by lava. But thankfully, the nether quartz was right next to me. Let's just gather some of this. There's plenty of it. We don't need much. But we might as well grab some just so that we don't have to come back. Now, back at my house, I used the nether quartz to build myself some observers and some dispensers and began work on my cannon. Okay, so if I put 3 blocks here, I put an observer that way, and another one that way, and then a dispenser here. If I fill that filled with snowballs, I get myself a snowball cannon. But here's the thing, I want to be able to turn the cannon on and off. So, using some of the sticky pistons that I have collected, I can adjust it so that the observers can be turned on and off. And with that, I now have a working yes, snowball cannon. So here's my plan. I'm going to put the dispensers pointing out through this part of the wall here. I'll put the observers here. So sticky pistons go here. Observers on top. Then we need to break out these pieces of the wall. Observers go here. And the dispensers can go here. Oh, hang on. I'm missing one. Give me that one. There we go. We now have a line of dispensers. We can fix that back up now. Line of redstone at the back, leading to a switch here. Check and make sure it works. Beautiful. Now, my plan is to move the switch up to the top up here. So we'll just build a little bit of a platform for the redstone. Redstone can go here, and the switch can go there. That is all working perfectly. Now all we're going to do is grab all the snowballs that I've been collecting, and we can fill up all the dispensers. Now all we got to do is wait. I had to wait quite some time as the sun began to set, and finally as night fell, the snowstorm began, and with it came the enemy. I was soon surrounded by ice spiders, and I also discovered a brand new enemy, the ghost chicken. What the? Ghost chickens! The ghost chickens are here! As the abominable snowmen attacked the wall, I triggered my trap, and then discovered it was completely and utterly useless against a creature made entirely of snow. All that work for absolutely nothing. I retired for the evening, feeling defeated. Day 7 began with a terrible storm. As the snow fell, I decided it was a good idea to go and spend my day mining. So I left the safety of the walls and ventured into my mine. As I journeyed deep into the earth, I discovered that the abominable snowmen had followed me down. What are you doing down here? Oi, take that. There we go. I quickly dispatched him, but realized I would have to watch out for more enemies. As I continued to dig deeper into the earth, I soon struck water. This was going to be a problem, but I was determined to continue. So I changed direction of my dig and continued. I very soon broke into a cavern. This was a good sign. Ooh, this looks good. Let's just build that here. There we go. I need a torch. There we go. Let's continue digging through here. Oh, look, I found gold. And redstone. And then I heard a sound.
Ho, ho, ho.
Uh-oh. It seems as if I had dug into Santa's underground lair. I needed to be cautious. That doesn't sound good. For somewhere down here is an evil, evil being. All right, let's light this up a little bit. Oh my God, ghost chicken. What? Get away from me. I continued to explore the cave system, ever vigilant for Santa Claus. But I was determined to find more materials, so I continued my journey. As I continued to oh my God, whoa, oh, that's bad, that's bad. No, we're going the other way. We're going this way. Let's go. Nope. I don't think he saw us. Like some sort of sick and twisted game, Santa Claus was stalking me. You see that? Did you see that? I had awoken something deep and dark down here. But I wanted to continue my journey, so I bravely went the opposite direction. Go away, baby zombie. I don't have any presents. Ah, ooh, look, diamond. And some redstone. Nice. I continued deeper and deeper into the cave system, always wary that Santa Claus was somewhere down here waiting for me.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Oh God, he's here. Oh. And I spent most of my day down here searching for materials. That was until... Oh my God, there he is. What the... Oh no. No. Quick, hide. He can't see me. Oh my God. Santa Claus was searching for me. I dared not move, for one single movement would bring him down upon me. Oh my God. He's looking for me. I seemed to stand there for what seemed like an eternity. Eventually, I would have to make my move. I bravely decided to quietly leave. Little by little, I moved, constantly worried that Santa Claus would come for me. And then I was shot by a skeleton. Now I had a problem. Run from Santa Claus and have him chase me, or stay here and die by the skeleton. I chose to flee. Moving as quickly as I possibly could, I hoped that Santa Claus would not find me. I continued to run all the way back to the safety of the surface. I had done enough mining for today. Maybe forever. Oh my God. I think I'm safe. Oh, okay. That thing was terrifying. I'm not going down there anymore. No more mining. Day 8 was a beautiful sunny morning. I went and spent some time with Squiggly and went looking for some presents. I also went and checked on Wilma, and that's when I discovered Wilma was gone. Uh-oh. Wilma's gone again. Oh no. Where's Wilma? I soon found Wilma outside my protective walls. Oh God. See, there are dangerous things out here, Wilma. For some reason, Wilma decided that she wanted to go for a wander into the cave system below. Oh my God. Wilma. I wasn't going to let her go off by herself. Somehow, I'm going to figure out how to get Wilma back to the safety of our home. Come here. I spent part of the day trying to guide her back to the surface. Come on, Wilma, this way. Where are you going? Come on. I'm determined. I'm not going to leave you down here. Come on, come up this way. Come on. Oh my, where are you going? Wilma! This way. Wilma, you're going to be the death of me. Come back here. Finally, I managed to get Wilma into a boat, and I was then safely able to bring her inside. Wilma? Inside. To prevent Wilma from wandering off again, I instigated some security measures. You're not my prisoner. I just need to protect you. After rescuing Wilma, I decided to go out and do a little bit of exploring. With the occasional interruption from a abominable snowman, I came across some pumpkins and thought that I might wander off into the village and do some trading. Hello, villagers. I've come to trade with you. Oh, you don't trade pumpkins. All right. While I was trading with the locals, I came across a sight I hoped that I would never see again. Santa Claus was here. I carefully crept through the village. I needed to warn them. Oh my god, oh my god. Ringing the town bell, everybody scattered to the safety of their homes. Go, 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 go. In your homes.
Gotcha.
Oh no. But Santa Claus also saw me. I ran as fast as I could and entered the closest house I could find. Oh my god, that was close. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Go away. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is terrifying. Bart. What do we do? What do we do, Bart? He's gonna get us.
You're on the naughty list.
I'm on the naughty list. I haven't done anything. But that was terrifying. I cautiously exited the house, looking around for any signs of Santa Claus, but he had left. Strangely, the villagers did not seem to be overly concerned about Santa Claus, although Bert did thank me for saving his life. Bert, go back inside, lock your doors. I quickly made my exit and headed back to my house. Now safely behind the walls of my house, I realized I needed to improve my defenses. And the best way to do that was to build a giant moat around my house. But first, I needed to upgrade some of my items. We are going to build a giant moat around our house. I'm going to start digging out all the dirt here. We're going to go all the way around our walls. This is going to take a little while. And so I worked through the rest of the day, tirelessly digging a giant moat around the perimeter of my house. All right, we need to put in some ladder here just so I can get up and down. With all of the dirt removed, it was now time to remove part of the stone. I was going to make this moat fairly deep. That way, no creature, even if it was Santa Claus, would be able to breach my defenses. There we go, much better. Nice and deep. I don't think anything's getting through this. Eventually, as night began to fall, I continued to finish the rest of my moat. I needed to have this done before the night fell, in case the enemies returned. With a job well done, I retired for the evening, knowing that I was just a little more safer than I was the day before. Day 9 and I woke up with a brilliant idea. The previous day, I had dug the large moat around my defenses, but it wasn't evil enough. It wasn't menacing enough. I had an idea, but it also meant I had to go back into the mines, something I was not looking forward to. I gathered my courage and head back down into the darkness. And why would I venture back into the lair of Santa Claus? Well, in order to make my moat even more terrifying, I needed lots of dripstone, spikes at the bottom of my moat that would defeat any enemy that fell within. I spent a large amount of my day wandering around in the dark caves trying to find dripstone until I hit the mother lode. Ooh, look at it all. All right, we're gonna need all this. Let's collect it all. Yes, let's take all this and that. By the time I returned back home, it had already become night. I needed to work quickly. I set about putting all of the dripstone in the bottom of my moat. That way, whoever fell victim to my moat would be pierced upon the spikes below. But I wasn't done making my defenses look as menacing as possible. You see, in my journeys, I had picked up quite a lot of horrifying pieces from the strange buildings I had found. I was now able to decorate the entrance of my place with a terrifying sight of dismembered and bloodied bodies. Surely this would be enough to scare off any enemy that tried to attack me. Let's just build a bit of a path. We need a trap there. Body parts can go there. There we go. And the severed head can go there. Surely this entrance is enough to deter anyone from attacking. No sooner had I said that than a horde of ice spiders descended upon me. Thankfully, they all fell into the moat below. My new defenses were working perfectly. My moat works. Yes, that's right. You get stuck in my moat. Look at them all. All right, well, it doesn't look like they can climb out. That's a good thing. Let's see if we can get others into the moat as well. Oh! Come on, snowman, this way. Oh god, no. I've been frozen. This may have been a bad idea. Ow, ow. Oh my god. Quick, I gotta make it back inside. Quick, quick. Oh my god, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Oh, that was so close. Very cold. I've learnt my lesson. Venturing out beyond the wall is a bad idea. I'm gonna stay here in the safety of my home. Hi, guys. No, I'm not letting you in. You guys can stay out there, thank you very much. Oh my god, look at them all. Day 10 started with a gigantic blizzard. Oh my god, it is snowing. This blizzard was so strong, I could barely see more than 5 feet in front of me. But of course, we still have to spend time checking all the presents that were left. You know, the important things. As I was busy checking the presents, I was surprisingly attacked by the ice spiders. Somehow, they had breached the walls. And it seems that all of our sheep had managed to climb out of their enclosure. Emergency, emergency. The sheep are getting out. The build-up of snow had allowed them a chance to escape. Everything was going terribly wrong. Well, what do we do about the sheep? I decided to do a little bit of repairs on the sheep enclosure, digging out a large pit to house my sheep. There's no way they're escaping this time. Now all I gotta do is get the sheep back in the enclosure. And then it suddenly dawned on me. I hadn't seen Wilma. Where was she? Wilma? Wilma! Oh no. Where's Wilma? Wilma was missing. I frantically searched the compound for her. And then I noticed, no, gate's open. The front gate was open. Oh my god, I've got to go and rescue Wilma. Wilma, you out here somewhere? I braved the storm and headed outside to look for Wilma. Wilma! Wilma! The snowstorm was so thick I could barely see. And after a while, I found myself a little lost. Everything looked the same. It was all white. Wilma, where are you? I'm lost. I searched and searched for Wilma, making my way over to the village, thinking that perhaps she had gone to visit some friends. But there was no sign of her. Only abominable snowmen. Get back, you evil, abominable creatures. Wilma! I thought that I had found Wilma. No, it's Jay. But alas, no. Jay, have you seen Wilma? I left the village and headed back home when the worst thing possible happened. From out of the blizzard came Santa Claus, snatching him up into his bag and carrying me off. I fought valiantly, broke away, and continued to run. Yikes. In a panicked state, I ran fast into the storm, with Santa Claus always close behind, chasing me. Once again, he managed to grab me, but I was able to break free. Somewhere out in the storm was Santa Claus. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I rushed back to the safety of my home, unable to find Wilma. Wilma was nowhere to be found. And then suddenly, I heard her voice. It turns out Wilma had returned back to the house safely, leaving me in the cold to fight Santa Claus. Wilma! This was a terrible day. Oh my. Oh, you're safe. Oh. A brand new morning brought a brand new day, and this time, no storm. I spent a little bit of time looking around, checking to see what damage the storm had done. But thankfully, for the most part, my house and homestead was undamaged. I, of course, checked on Wilma to make sure that she was safe and sound. Thankfully, with the storms gone, most of the enemies had also fled as well. I had a plan. Sooner or later, Santa Claus is going to return. And if I'm going to fight him, I'm going to do it on my own terms. Like some sort of Home Alone film, I needed to prepare some traps. I began preparing the battlefield, clearing off an area where I would build my giant pit trap. I also made my way to a number of spooky buildings to collect resources to decorate my battlefield. For if I'm going to do battle with Santa Claus, it's going to be one hell of a bloody battle. Get it? Bloody, dismembered people. I'll move on. After collecting all the skulls, blood, bones, and bits and pieces I would need to decorate my battlefield, I journeyed back home, for there was still much work to be done. It was time to choose a place for our trap, somewhere that is open and flat, where I can lead Santa Claus into my trap. This is the spot I'm going to choose. The plan is to build a hidden pit trap, big enough to capture Santa Claus. But first, I'm going to need to do some digging. All right, let's just finish off the last little bit. I think that's deep enough. We now have ourselves a pit trap. Then we're going to need a whole bunch of signs. By placing them along here, we are going to build the cover for our pit trap. Hang on, I'm going to get the other side. Right. There we go. They're all in place. Then I'm going to go back and collect a couple of items. I'm going to need some redstone. I'm going to have to get some wheat. Wilma, I just need to borrow some wheat. Thank you. I'm going to make some targets. What else do I need? I need a redstone torch. And I also need the sticky pistons. Now, back at our trap, we are going to dig out the back section of our trap. This is where I'll put the mechanism that will open up the secret trapdoor and capture Santa Claus. All I gotta do is dig this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dig out another layer. Now, redstone goes along the back here. Targets go next. And then the sticky pistons go against those, like that. We also need put our button here, and the redstone torch goes there. And we'll mark it so that we know where it is. Now all we got to do is cover all this up. Then we need to go down to the beach and go and get ourselves a whole bunch of sand. That should be plenty of sand. And we can cover up our hole. The good thing is the snow will eventually cover this up and hide our trap. Now, the next part of my plan is to decorate the area so that I can funnel Santa Claus into my trap. To do this, I'm going to take a whole bunch of items that I've collected from all the horror houses and place them around. But I'm going to place them in such a way that there is only one way for Santa Claus to come through. Let's just put some skulls, and then we're going to use these iron fences to sort of block off areas to force him to come through a particular area. Another severed head here. Oh, that one's cool. And a tombstone there. And a few final touches just to add some bloodstains across the ground for a nice graphic touch. And now I have completed my battlefield. All I have to do is wait for Santa Claus and lure him into my trap. Either way, at the end of day 12, only one of us will survive. Day 12 was finally here, and it all comes down to this. Me versus Santa Claus. Only one of us will survive today. At the beginning of the day, I spent a little bit of time with Wilma, for this might be my last chance. I also journeyed out to our battlefield to check on the trap and make sure it was still in one piece. Thankfully, it was still set and ready to go. Before I go hunting Santa Claus, though, there were still a few things I needed to do. I needed to prepare my armor and weapons. You see, in my exploration and collection of all of these Christmas trees, I came into the possession of a block of netherite, which means it was time to upgrade my armor. I was now ready to battle Santa Claus. But before I was going to do that, I wanted to collect a few items. I made some buckets and headed over to the lava source. Collecting as much lava as I could, I placed it in a chest right next to the trap, thinking that this would probably be useful against Santa Claus after I'd trapped him. Now there was only one thing left to do. Go out into the world and find Santa Claus. Lure him back to the trap and be victorious. I decided to go and head to the water's edge first to look for him. Unfortunately, there was no sign of him anywhere to be found. I continued my journey. I visited many of the places that I had visited in these 12 days, in the hope that I would find Santa Claus. The ruined portal, his dark and twisted house, the endless forest of snow-covered trees. There was no sign of him anywhere. I figured since one of the places that I had survived Santa Claus was the village, that I would journey back to the village to see if he was there. As I entered the village, it was empty and quiet. An eerie silence had fallen over the village, almost as if they knew something was coming. But there was no sign of Santa Claus anywhere. That was until I left the village and I heard the sound. Santa Claus was there across the field. Now all I had to do was get him to chase me. Suddenly he lurched at me and I began to run, heading for my trap. Knowing that he was only just behind me, I panicked and turned around, only to be grabbed by him and dragged away. but thankfully I managed to break free and rush towards my trap. He followed close behind. I reached the button, hitting the button, the redstone flared, the pistons thrust, and Santa Claus could be heard falling into the pit below.
He's still in the hole?
I had successfully captured Santa Claus. I carefully crept up to the edge and saw him at the bottom of the pit. Fearing that he might figure out a way of climbing out of the pit, I acted quickly. Grabbing the containers of lava from the chest, I poured the hot, molten lava down on Santa Claus. I could hear the sounds of his screams as he burnt to death. I had successfully defeated Santa Claus.
I think I killed him. I killed Santa Claus.
Wait a minute. I killed Santa Claus? And with that, the 12 days of Minecraft Christmas were over. I had survived the elements, the dangers, the horrors, but I had made many friends along the way. From Wilma to Mr. Squiggles, to the gingerbread men that ran through my house. I had experienced it all, and even though I had been terrified, I was happy that I had celebrated a Minecraft Christmas. Merry Christmas to all of you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not check out this other brand new video where I spent 100 days hunting the brand new creaking creature in Minecraft. Until then, guys, have a wonderful time, and I'll see you guys in 2025.